Hi, welcome to TechRanch, a place where we learn and earn technical skills in the most efficient way. Let's make coding fun. Java Coding Exercise Series 1, Prime Number. In this session, we'll see how to implement prime number and a live demonstration in Java using array and control statements. So first we'll see what is actually a prime number. We'll discuss about the algorithm, implementation, we see the demonstration and a small example to understand it better. Now what is prime number? We have a number system where we have different types of numbers to present in our machines and our systems. A prime number is a whole number which is greater than 1 whose only factors are 1 and itself. That means a number which is divisible by 1 or by himself is called a prime number. A factor is a whole number that can be divided evenly into another number. So there are first few prime numbers. For an example, we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. As you can see in this picture, there is a number which is going to be divided and making a tree structure, which shows that as long as it is divisible by any number, it will not be a prime number. Once the number which is not divisible by any number other than itself and 1 becomes a prime number. Algorithm. To prove whether a number is a prime number, first we need to try divide it by 2 and see if you get a whole number. If you do, it can be a prime number. Now next step, if you don't get a whole number, next try dividing it by prime numbers 3, 5, 7, 11. After 2, we come up with the next prime numbers and divided that number again by those prime numbers. Now 9 is divisible by 3 and so on. So we have an example that there are some other prime numbers which looks like a prime number because it is not divisible by 2. So we have to keep dividing and check for the prime numbers by dividing the next prime numbers and always dividing by a prime number. Now implementation, as you can see here in the flow chart, we have a start pointer and we initially define 2 variables. This is a basic flow chart. You can program it in any programming language. So the flow chart starts from the start pointer. Then we have 2 variables, I for creating a loop and P is for pointer, and initialized by 2. Now suppose we gave any number. Now we have to check that number. This is in GNO is your number. The user gave it number. Now once the user entered a number, we have to make sure it is divisible or not by 2. So checking for the divisibility by 2. If it is true, then it goes P equals to 1 and check for the another divisible for the 1 and 0. And once this is checked or it is true, then the number is prime. Other than that, it goes to the true and false part, and false will make it another cross check another number to see if it is divisible or not. Now based on this flow chart, we have an implementation. First we need to get the number from the user, which is implemented in Java, and we have 3 variables, I for the loop and M is for checking for next prime number, and flag is for just defining if it is prime or not. So comparing that flag will define it is not a prime number or it is prime number. Now let's take a look at the demonstration. So as you can see here, that was a simple program to check if it is prime number or not. Now there are so many ways you can use these algorithms and implement it in so many ways. So one of them is called an array, using array and control system, where what the concept is, like first we are going to display all the prime numbers comes first 100. So we have to keep putting it in a loop till it is finished. So reach the 100 and print all the numbers in an array and giving the values what all numbers are array a prime number in first 100. So we have an array which is initialized by size of its as 100, and there we are going to check and initialize it all the prime numbers. Now loop starts from 0 to the number till we are going to mention it, and we are going to print the value by checking the modulus of 2 and all the prime numbers, next prime numbers. If it is divisible, it will. If it is divisible, then it is not a prime number and it will not display it. So we are going to print only the prime number and break the loop. And once this is done, we are asking user to enter some more size of an array and enter some values and check where or what all values or numbers are prime or not. This is one of the time of the demonstration or implementation you can do using the prime number algorithm. Now let's take a look at the live demonstration and execution of prime number. So this is my Eclipse IDE. Let's take a look at the live implementation of prime number using control statement and array. So first thing first, we need to have a prime number implementation and have a main method. Now, so this is my and next step, we need to have import Java util for getting the value from the user. And here I am going to have a method prime. Once this is done, next step, what I'm going to do, simple, just making an object of my prime number class and calling a method prime. That's it. Now all my implementation is inside the prime method. First thing, we need to get the value from the user, so let's have the scanner class called. Now int, I need to have a number which is user going to insert, so we are going to have it defined as it. So in this program, what we are going to see, we are going to get the value from the user and check if it is prime or not. Now once this is done, next step is your simple enter number. Okay, next step is we need to have initialize some values, some variables. M equals to 0 as per the flag, and a flag to initialize 0. Now m is equals to, first we need to divide it into 2 so that we can compare it, and if your n is equals to 0, and first we'll see 0 and 1 divisible or not. So if it is 0 or 1, it will not be prime number. Else your next loop need to check for the I started from 2, because 0 in 1 is not your prime number. and once the loop is done, then we have to make sure the modulus of your all the prime numbers after 2. And that's it. This will confirm if it is prime number or not. So since it is divisible, it is not a prime number. And we have to, and once this is done, we have to initialize your flag is equals to 1, and we have to break it. Now after this, in the else section, since it is break, though, we don't need to have a else block here. And what we can do, we just close it and check for the for. So if flag is equals to 0, it means your number is prime. So all we need to just check for this particular thing and print that it is a prime number. Now if you execute this, enter number, suppose 67. 67 is a prime number since it is not divisible by any even or odd number. It's itself an odd number and itself divisible by only 1 and 67. It is a prime number. Now let's take a look at the example of not a prime number. How about 34? Since 34 is divisible by 2, so 34 is not prime number. For checking any number like 0 or 1, so if is not a prime number. So this is the live implementation of prime number. So we have seen live demonstration and execution of prime number. So far we have done Fibonacci, factorial, star, pattern, palindrome, decimal, binary converter, permutation, prime number. In the next series we are going to see some more implementation and more detailed live demonstrations for you. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and get your more notification of our latest upcoming interesting practice project and coding exercises. Let's make coding fun. Thank you.